Good evening. It is 8:01 and I'm on time tonight. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully some people are going to join. I'm just trying to close down some pages here because I've got far too many pages open on my computer. Just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, we should be live. Is anybody there? Give me a holler. Is the sound okay? Video okay? Hopefully somebody can... Let me pause that. Somebody can join on and we can go from there. I'll wait for the first person to make a comment before I talk anymore, otherwise I'll be talking to nobody. I'll have some cold drink in the meantime. Hello Dreshen, my boy. You're the first to join that I can see from the United Kingdom. Oh, hello Hardus. Hoe gaan het met jy meneer? Vico. I can't pronounce that fucking surname no matter how hard I try. Oh, my back is sore. Fucking sore again. For those that don't know, I was a fucking stupid idiot going to VapeCon last year and I tried to pick up a fully laden trailer by myself and did my back in and I thought I'd got it right, but today, stupid as I was, I picked up a freaking 25 kg VG drum and I popped my back again. So yeah, I'm in a little bit of pain and a little bit of medicated. So I've got some exciting things. First of all, just a shout out to I don't know if you guys, any of you guys watch. Bearded Viking does a thing on a Tuesday night and a Monday night. They tried something new yesterday with trying to remember his name now. Jason Williams from Cape Town. A joint thing on Facebook, so look out for that group. They're going to be doing a Tuesday live chat, which looks like it's going to be quite a lot of fun. We had lots of stuff arrive at the shop today and yesterday and today. The most exciting thing arrived today. For those of people who know me, my favorite juice of all time is VCT. Those who have trusted me and bought a bottle, I think Donovan buys it. I think Dreshen's had it. I'm almost positive Hardus has had it. But it's my favorite juice of all time. And at one stage we just couldn't get it. And Hugo has worked an absolute miracle and we are now the distributor for Ripe Vapes in South Africa, and we have got a shitload of VCT that is, and other parts of obviously the juice, other juices that they make arrive in the shop today. So I'm going to go get a couple of bottles and I might use it for aftershave and cologne and stuff like that while I've got it. So yeah, so if you are a VCT fan, shitloads arrived today. Couple of thousand bottles of the stuff, so yeah, we've got stock for a long time. There was normal stuff that arrived. A couple of things stood out to me, so I thought I'd bring them onto the show. First of all, can everybody hear me okay? Is the video good? Everything okay? I have another drag. Yeah, I heard the weather's really bad there, Dreshen. United Kingdom and me would never work because I cannot handle the cold. I can sit here with my air condition on at exactly 22 degrees and I'm in happy heaven, but that cold, yeah, goes straight through my body. Sarushan, how's it? Andre, how's it? Vaped out with Heinballs, how's it? And there's Donovan, yeah, okay, so everything's working fine. Let's just go what arrived in the shop. I didn't bring all of it with me. Just some things to look out for. I've got a couple of things that I want to show you here. Come on, computer's slow today. What was that? Where is it now? The Peacemaker RTA arrived. Okay, that's the RTA that goes on the double barrel, which you can put on the double barrel. It's made by the same guys by Squid Industries. So that's there. All the guys were wanting blimmin' noisy crickets. Some more noisy crickets arrived, and just to punt Malati, he made me a. I can't even. This bloody camera now. Where is that thing now? I've got to show you this. I'm gonna zoom in on it quickly. Under the light. Oh, you're not zooming in. Sorry, I'm just trying to play with the zoom button. My son made me a leather sleeve for my noisy. Fits like a glove. And just take it. Ooh, that shouldn't have come off. Hold on. Fits like a blooming glove. He also made one for the bearded Viking. He was like in 7th heaven when he got it. Let me put this camera back to where it was supposed to be. That was, I think, the right place. Yeah, so Noisy Crickets arrived. The OBS Cube mod. I've got one here. I might open it up. It's a little OBS Cube mod. Yeah, that arrived. The Vupu rotor. It's got a fidget spinner in it. I didn't bring one of those. Let me just rather get to what I did bring home. Let me just get back to that page. Okay, what I did bring home. It's been out for a little while, but I've actually never played with one. Okay, everybody else around me has. Because they sit and do nothing, and I do all the work as usual. And yeah, I don't know if any of you have ever been in a situation where you've burnt out cotton, or you've only got one mod on you. Okay, that'll never happen to me, but I've always got like 4 mods of me at any given time, and spares in the cubby holes and whatever. But if you are a person who's got a single mod, or you only take one to work, and you are in a situation where something happens and it's an RTA or a sub-ohm tank, and you're stuck and the blimmin' thing burns out. These babies, it's a throwaway tank. Now originally I thought about it, that's so gimmicky, man, fuck, yeah, throwaway tank. Firstly, they're going to cost the earth. Until I tried one from Rob. It was a different brand. This is from iJoy. It was a different brand that I tried from Rob. But this is literally a throwaway tank. Okay. So in those emergency situations, what you all need to do is you all need to, not from us, but from anybody who stocks them, is when you order, if you order from us or go to someone else, buy one of these tanks, or buy a box of 3 of these tanks. Put one in your car, leave one at work, and leave one at home, whatever. You never know when you're going to need it. Okay, and really what it is, okay, is exactly as I say, a disposable tank. That's what it looks like. Okay, it's got a mesh coil in there. I can't remember what the ohmage is. It's got adjustable airflow, so you can adjust your airflow. Okay, yeah, you could adjust your airflow. Okay, and it's got a full port at the top. There's a little full flappy on the top. So I actually haven't vaped on it. So I'm gonna use some Tiger's milk. I'm gonna fill this puppy up and let it sit while we talk about other things, and then have a vape on it. Hugo says he got 18 tank fulls out before the coil died. So, and Hugo, anybody who knows Hugo, he absolutely destroys coils. He doesn't vape as much as I do, but he takes these long, deep pulls, absolutely destroys them. Okay, so there's the tank full, and I can see the bubbles coming out, so it's saturating nicely. I'll leave that one side to saturate. I'll talk about something else. So, onion, they cost like $60 each. Now, if you think about it, that's cheaper than I think they're $60 each. Let me just double check before I get caught out, and then I'll get hurled across the friggin' coals again because I didn't have the right figure by somebody. Let me just check that quickly. Mesh dispo, and they mesh tank that coil, so they actually produce what? It's 58 rand for a 58 rand for a disposable tank. So when you next order from us or from somebody else, buy a pack of these. Leave one in your car, leave one at work, just in case. Because you know what it's like when you don't have something to vape on. You want to pick up a cigarette, or if you are still in that what's name, or you get the withdrawal symptoms. So yeah, just for. And even comes with spare of those plastic grommets if you buy a box. Obviously, I don't know if they come there, and they do get sold singles anyway. But at 58 rand, just buy a box. I'll let that sit. So that was the one thing that I wanted to talk to you about. It's just an absolutely, and I have vaped on it, okay, a little bit, but I've never vaped a full tank out of it. And it really gives a good vape as far as I'm aware. Dresden, I have not. I was gonna bring the Juggernaut back, but I didn't. Okay, what I did bring was this. I'll get into this Nana. Okay, is the Cali. Okay, I've been quite leave this page. Been quite busy, so I didn't get a chance to play with the Juggernaut. The other thing that arrived in the shop. Okay, you know me, I squonk all the time, but you know, with everybody going crazy with the noisy crickets, I thought, you know what, let me get my noisy cricket out. And then when I found out that this was arriving, which I'll get into now, I thought, shit, I'm going to use my noisy cricket and I'm going to use that. I've got to start dripping again, and like dripping's a bit of a pain in the arse. Okay, to be honest with you, when you've got so used to squonking. So what I asked Hugo is to get, they've been out around, okay, is to get one of these flasks from Geek Vape. Okay, it's like there's a soft silicone bottle in here. I've fitted 60 mils of juice in that. The box says 50, but I've fitted 60 mils in that box, okay, which is probably what, like a day's supply for me if I'm just vaping that juice. Okay, it's quite lacquer. To fill it, you just unscrew the top like that. It's got a silicone bottle in there. You just fill that, pull that out. That just then screws on top, and when you want to drip, you just unscrew this little thing here, a couple of threads, and you can see there's like a needle on there, and you can just drip away. Absolutely epic little thing. Shove it in your pocket, it doesn't leak. Okay, not like these yeah, that's another sore topic. These blimmin' 60 ml chubby bottles and 100 ml chubby bottles that leak are driving me fucking insane. Fair enough, I don't carry them with me, but I had a 60 ml bottle in my pocket today before I started using one of these, and the freaking bottle, and it was an international juice, and it leaked in my pocket, and that was sealed properly. No problem with the messing and stuff like that. So yeah, look out for these flasks if you're a dripper. Ideal to throw in your pocket and off you go. Let me see some questions. Let me see what's going on. Hey, we've had like 40 odd people watching. That's lacquer. No problem, Brandon. Welcome, Prishan. Welcome, Zakia. Welcome. Noisy cricket's like 540 bucks. Ah, cool beans, Trishan. Yeah, Julian, it's a fucking fidget spinner. Most vapors are OCD, you know. It actually gives a good vape. I won't lie. I was never going to use it for a fidget spinner. You know, it's not like we're advertising it for kids. You know, it's in a vape shop which is severely regulated. So yeah, I do agree with you there. Yeah, I'll take it on the chin. How's it, Kubus? Yeah, Donovan says, I won't have that issue. In my bag daily is wire, cotton, tools, extra tank, batteries and juice. For the die-hard collector type of guy like yourself, like me, like Dresden and a couple of other guys watching now, yeah, we've always got enough. But I'm saying it's for those guys who maybe have only got one mod, or you know, the worst thing you can do is not have a tank or not have juice. You know what I mean? So you store your juice in there and you use one of those. Okay. The airflow in it is really, really good. I like lots of air. It's a bit noisy, but hey, you've paid 55 bucks or 58 bucks for that. I'm gonna put it on my most expensive mod, the cheapest tank I've got and the most expensive mod I've got. Rob might kill me. Shit. Hey, fuck, why you always ask me prices? I don't know what the fuck prices are. I just talk about shit. Flask. Let me see what the fuck it says. Flask. Not even on the system yet. They're so new. I'll have to talk to Hugo. Let me just check if they are anywhere there. I don't even think they're on the system as yet. Hugo's busy moving home at the moment, so he might have not had a chance to load them. Nah, he hasn't had a chance to load them. I'll remind him. But yeah, I would assuming they're going to be $100, round about there. Yeah, round about there. Okay, let's check here. Yeah, I know, Julian, it will sell. You know, it will sell because there's a gimmick attached to it. But as you are rightly say, you know, there is an element that it does attract children. So yeah, I have to take that on the chin. Thanks, Quibus. I'm glad you're liking. Yeah, semicolon has really taken off. I got a funny feeling that semicolon might outsell exclamation. But yeah, you'll see about that. Okay, so my most expensive mod, which is Poseidon CLZ 75C, I'm going to put my cheapest tank on. Well, let's see if it fits first of all. Oh, and doesn't damage my threads. Let me first check that, just in case. Yes, it works. Let me just plug in put a battery in my mod. So now the high-end boys are going to laugh at me because it's the most expensive mod I own and the cheapest tank I own. So let's see what it reads. It reads at 0.32 ohms. I'm going to start the wattage down a little bit low so I don't have to destroy the tank. I'm going to start it off at 35 watts. Let's have a vape. Ohms too low. Temperature. No, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. I hope it's not my tank. I'd be really miffed if it's my tank or if it's my mod. Just give me 2 seconds. Let me just check if it fires this. Then I'll know it's the tank. 2 seconds, folks. Must be the tank. Oh, thank goodness. I was actually a little bit frightened there. I thought something was wrong with my mod. Let me just get something else out and I won't put a very cheap tank on my very expensive mod. Give me 2 seconds. Let's check the questions there. It's Uncle Rob here. Hello, Uncle Rob. How are you? I will kill you. That's a good tank. I will kill you. Why are you going to kill me? I won't kill you. Okay. I won't kill you. I'm going to just try and find another mod that I can use. Give me 2 seconds and I won't scratch my balls, I promise you. Let's put it on this. Let's put it on that and see if it works. That's not good. Atomizer shorted. Oh, I got a dud one. That's not good. Oh, I'll have to do another one. Okay, let's just carry on talking. Well, that's going straight in the dustbin. $55 down the tubes. Not a good advert for something that's new, hey? Okay. That fucker in the shed. I can only guess who that fucker in the shed is. Yeah, my Malati's hanging at the door here. He's like, for those who don't know, my son, that's selfless advertising of my son. He started up a small little business doing leather work, and He's turning some heads. So like at any given point now, he thinks he's a celebrity. So he's like standing at the door. Yeah, he's like saying, "Ooh, I want to come in. I want to say hello to everybody. Chad, come say hello to everybody." So I'll let him in. Come say how's it. And he's going come down and see you. So that's Chad. That's the guy behind OG Leather.
How's everyone?
Yeah. So there is a competition running in Bearded Vikings website where Chad's going to make somebody a sleeve. There was one just given away recently, and if you haven't, follow his page OG Leather on Facebook. Yeah, some epic things coming. We're busy working with him, helping on some new stuff, making some lacquer battery boxes, and obviously all the sleeves. And I've got some exciting news tomorrow. We're just going to wait and see if it dries properly tonight. I've got some exciting news for people who own tug lives. Yeah, so that's a good news. Where's yeah, that's from Uncle Rob. Okay. Cheers. Cheers, buddy. 5:10 is quite long on this, eh? Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, next. So that's that out the way, and that's this tank. I'll sort that tank out. Then the piece de resistance of this evening is one of these little babies. Okay. The first time I ever saw this was at VapeCon, and Kieran from Vape Cartel had some, and I've got plenty RDAs. My go-to RDA, or bigger than a 22mm. I always go for my Elite. Everybody knows my Elite is still my best RDA for flavor dual coil. And I tend to be only using single coils recently, like on my Squonkers and stuff like that. But then at VapeCon, I saw one of these, okay, and the guys were raving about it. I can't remember who had it. I think Eric Chang had one on his mod, and it's like, wow, the flavor on this is really good. So I went and bought one. I think Kieran only had 20 of these. So I went and bought one, not thinking that I promised James, who works for me, that I would buy him at something at VapeCon because he wasn't coming to VapeCon. So naughty me, there was only 20, and by the time I went back to buy another one, they were already sold out. So when I came back, I had to give James a present that I really badly wanted, and it was really hard to get these. And finally, Hugo was able to get some of them. This is the Kelly V2, okay? Same guys, they're from Canada, okay? The thing that I love about this, not only that the flavor is insane, okay? You know, it's what you get, okay? Now, that is it there in its on top of the Noisy Cricket, okay? It's a dual coil at postless deck, so you and then there's obviously it drops down into a chamber, okay? And that's the Ultim cap that I've got on there. But that is what you get for 1,100 Rand, okay? You get a stainless steel cap, you get a black cap, you get a clear glass, or I don't know, acrylic one, acrylic clear, black top, black cap, and then the Ultim one with that Ultim cap. That is what that for me is value for money, which makes matters even better, or I don't know if that's the right way to word it, is the flavor on this thing. Every member of our staff has got one, okay, and I was the ones that use RDAs has got one, and I was the only one who didn't have one. So as soon as they arrived, they took one out of stock. If you are looking for an RDA, dual coil RDA that you want to chuck some clouds with, and it can chuck some serious clouds if you put the right build in there. And for the life of me, I do not know how the flavor is as good as it is on this, okay? Go and buy yourself one. You will never pick up, in my opinion, any other RDA that you've got once you've tried one of these. And this thing, it's got some serious cloud production, and the flavor is off the charts. And I swear by that. Vapor production is as good as any other. It's even as good as my bloody big things. But the flavor I don't know how it's done because it's not as concave as it is. I don't know if it's the way the coils are placed. I actually can't put my finger on it. But if you're wanting to get something that's chop and change, mixy matchy type of stuff like that, and you're looking for good vapor production and epic flavor, you can't go wrong past this. I put my, excuse my language, I put my cock on a block. This is still, in my opinion, the hands down the best RDA on the market today. Exactly like the Omni Shadow is the best RTA currently in the market. So I'm gonna have another vape. Oh, flavor is insane. Oh, epic. Epic. I need a sip of cold drink. Let's try this tank again. Hopefully that this one now works. Yes, I don't have a dud. I don't have a dud. 0.22 ohms. It's a little bit noisy. Hey, but you're looking at a 58 rand tank. What am I going to vape this at? It's 0.18. I'm going to vape this at 50 watts. No, I'll make it 45 watts. How's that? Oh, the flavor is really good. The flavor is, it's that mesh coil. These new sub-ohm mesh coils are absolutely fantastic. I would never go back to vaping on a sub-ohm tank unless it was an absolute emergency. I'm just too set in my ways. But in an emergency, this is an absolutely epic little tank. Really good vapor production, and the flavor of this is, and it's because of the mesh coil. Yeah, look at these new Vaporesso mesh coils. Spot on. And this, and as I said, Hugo has put in excess of 15 tanks, tank refills through one of them, and the coil is still going strong. Ooh. It's good juice. Tiger's Milk. It is one of our juices. Oh, it's one of Steam Master's juices, should I say. It's a lychee peach. Actually epic. I don't even know, Donovan asks, is it squonk ready? I didn't even check if it had a squonk pin. 25mm diameter, side terminal postless deck, square post hole, multi-coil configuration, adjustable airflow, deep juice well, easy top dripping, less spit back, signature 18 drip tip, custom widebore drip tip, black drip tip, Ultim drip tip, polished clear drip tip, stainless tank, black stainless, Ultim tank, clear tank, stainless 18 top cap, squonk pin. Yes, so you can squonk pin it. It didn't come with the squonk pin in, I can tell you that right now, because I'm using it on my Noisy Cricket. It doesn't come with that pre-installed, but it does have one. So on those big, bigger squonkers, obviously it's not going to fit on, look lacquer on a little minute thing, but a slightly bigger squonker will be absolutely perfect. How's it, Nicholas? How's it, Daryl? Oh, semicolon for the win. I got a funny feeling that juice is going to outsell exclamation. I got a funny feeling with it. It's just, oh man, the orange is so good. So that's that. Then I need to do a shout out. You know, recently I took my daughter down to the Cape to go and study. She's got to do her 5 months of in-service training, and she's at Jason's Bakery in Cape Town. She alternates between the Bree Street and the Greenpoint Street. So we obviously had to drive her down there. I'm never fucking doing that again. Driving a little Polo down to Cape Town, my size, yeah, just doesn't go. I think I'm going to get somebody to drive it back when it's time for her to come back, because I'm not doing that again. That is fucking suicide. But anyway, when I was down in Cape Town, I had a lot of guys phoning me to want to hook up with me, and vape shops and stuff like that, and I apologize profusely. I think I had like 20 or 30 people want to see me, and I wasn't down there on business. I was down there to drop my daughter off, but I'm going to come down and do a little visit with my daughter, and go around to do some vape shops at the end of February. So for those people, I'm going to be going. I have put a thing up on our survey page, what vape shops you want me to go to, and I'll come down there. I'll spend a couple of days down there, and we can go and chill and maybe have a cold drink. Because I don't drink and drive. I can have a cold drink and something like that and have a good chat. But while I was down in Cape Town, I popped into Juicy Joe's, because obviously we go back a long way, and I saw something nice on his desk, and then I got my phone at the same time went off on a message. So I was like, couldn't remember if I've met the person. I had his name saved in my phone, so I didn't know if I met. And I was on this phone, and this guy said, "No, is there any possibility that I can see you when you're down here?" So I said, yeah, depending. And then I found out that he's the maker of this. Okay. I haven't done it for a long time, and it's really time. Daryl Kevin Brown is the inventor of this Magodi, and you look at this Magodi and you go, what the fuck that? Okay, for anybody who makes their own coils, now I'm looking at Fuse Claptons, Aliens, fucking whatever it is, we require winding. Old school way, we used to use 3 fishing lures or fishing swivels, so that we didn't get any cross winding and stuff like that. And he made this little thing. He 3D printed this. Okay, it's currently available in a couple of vape shops. If he's watching, he can mention the vape shops, but I will be putting an order in tomorrow for our shop. He currently sells it through Hein Builds. Okay, so the packaging that it comes in, if I can just find the packaging that it comes in, everybody knows that logo. Okay, he's made these coil jigs. The nice thing about this coil jig is that it's 3D printed. The 3D printing is absolutely epic. Really quality 3D printing is what is inside here. Okay, for the life of me, I'm just trying to remember that it's got a thrust bearing in it, which, if anybody knows what a thrust bearing is, it's almost impossible to seize that. Okay, you'd have to put this thing under immense amount of pressure or weight to be able to seize that bearing. It obviously does swivel up and down to take up any slack, and that will be connected to your drill where you're winding. But he says to me, this take needs about 25 to 30 kilograms of weight to make that bearing seize. Okay, and you know how long a piece of wire that you have to have on attached to this that weighs 25 kilograms? It's never going to happen. Okay. If I remember, wait there, I see he's there. Only Juicy Joe's currently, Craig, but soon to be available in a few stores, including yours, I hope. Definitely, Daryl, order will be in tomorrow. I hope that you can make them. It's a dual stacked thrust bearing, to be correct. So, if anybody who wants to experiment in making their own Fuse Claptons, Aliens and stuff like that, there's now something that you can get locally at a reasonable price. I think, if I remember correctly, Daryl, they retail for under 500 Rand. Epic piece of machinery. And this is going on the discussion that was happening yesterday on the Bearded Vikings. South Africans, bro, you don't need the rest of the world. You just need some South Africans, because the South Africans, the ingenuity, the passion, the whatever the word you want to ask. Yeah, it's another thing that vaping has created. They retail for 430 bucks. Best 430 Rand you'll ever spend in your life if you're a coil maker. And if I remember correctly, there's some big guys, coil maker guys, that are busy testing this out. So Daryl can allude to that. But yeah, so these will be in Survape soon. But if you want one urgently, you can get them from Juicy Joe's to 430 bucks. Okay. But yeah, Daryl, well done. Yeah, definitely be having these in my shop soon. That's really it that I've got to show tonight. I'm going to have another vape on this little 58 Rand tank. Oh, the flavour is freaking good. Put one in your next order, folks. You won't be disappointed. That's nice. Who's got some questions for me? Give me some questions. Let's see. You want to get a dwarf to put on top of your smock stick. Hey, whatever suits you, buddy. It's quite an expensive tank to put on a smock stick, but yeah, if it blows your boat, do it. There's no fucking. If you've seen some of the wild and weird vape devices I've seen, yeah, all good in the hood. That's a nice chair, Craig. Yeah, that's my gaming chair. It's a yeah, it's quite a comfy chair. It's got lumbar support for my poor old back. No, Julian, they didn't give me my reweek. I'm very upset about that, and I will complain. I will give them a 1-star rating for that. Yeah, just sorry, a little bit of politics. If you are a hardened vapor, well, I want to pose a question to you. Just like that'll best answer the first person. Let me just think of something I can give away. Steam Masters. I've got a Steam Masters cap, and I'll throw in a bottle of Steam Masters juice for the first person to give me the correct answer that I'm looking for. Okay, so don't just go and type randomly. Just listen to the whole thing, and I'll tell you when to send the answer. Okay, if you have a hybrid. Okay, everybody listening. Everybody say yes. Put thumbs up if you're listening. Thumbs up if you're listening. Hey Lee, how's it, my boy? All the way from the UK, like Mr. Dreschen. Everybody listening? Okay. I haven't seen a thumbs up, but yeah, fine. Okay. If you have a hybrid mechanical mod, okay, all batteries are very similar in size, okay, but not all tanks have the same 510 protruding pin. So what do hybrid mod makers do to accommodate the variant in the 510 protruding pin on a hybrid mech mod? Let me repeat that. What do mod makers do to hybrid mech mods to accommodate variety of lengths of 510 pins on RDAs? Go, give me the answer. First person to get the Rob Fisher. Bottom button ability to change the depth. Mr. Rob Fisher, you have won yourself a cap and a bottle of Steam Masters juice. Okay. All hybrid mech mods. Okay. I don't have one with me here, or do I? Do I? No, I don't. It's up there. All, wait, I do. Just let me get one. Oopsie daisy. Here's a V-God, okay. Hybrid connection, as you can see, so it makes direct contact with the battery. Okay. Inside, you'll see there's a screw there. What that screw does is it allows you to adjust for the 510 pin. Now the 510 pin is what protrudes underneath there. Some are long, some are short. Okay. If you've got a very long one, you have to turn it down. Because what happens is that if you don't do that, you end up denting your battery. So it's got to just make contact, firm contact. Now, unfortunately, I'm getting taken to the papers because somebody who said that they knew what they were talking about didn't know what they were talking about, and now is saying that it's a faulty device. Which, yeah, okay, yeah. So if you see an article of me, Craig, the obnoxious, arrogant shop owner who refuses to exchange a mod because it's faulty, because you have to adjust something to accommodate the RDA you're putting on, yeah, it's all me again. I'm guilty as charged. I'm an arrogant fuck, as in his exact words, because I don't know any better. But so you know, if you own a mechanical mod and you're getting slight indentation underneath your, and you didn't know that, if you're getting slight indentation on the top of your battery or underneath your battery, just adjust it downwards to it takes up the slack, so you won't end up damaging your batteries. So there's an answer for you. There's some knowledge for you. And if you do see the article in the paper before me, please let me know. Yeah. Yeah, that is common sense, Donovan. But yeah, unfortunately, there's no cure for stupidity neither, besides euthanasia. So yeah. Yeah, so if you do see an article, it'll more than likely be in the Durban paper. If you do see an article about Craig, me, please let me know, because I don't buy the paper. I'd love to go buy the paper, because that is the reason for him going to the paper. I did tell him to contact the guy, which was actually, it's Vaping Bogan's new mech, which is even more, because it takes a 21700, a 2700 and a 18650, so you have to adjust it, okay, slightly because of the tolerances and stuff like that. But yeah, Marlon, Rob Fisher has donated his prize to you, so Marlon, please PM me on my survey page with your address details. If you're Durban based, you can come past the shop and collect it. If not, I'll get it, send it out to you. But PM me tomorrow, don't PM me now. I need your full address, your cell phone number, and your postal code if you live out. If you're in Durban, you can come and talk to me and I'll give you your stuff. Yeah, Julian, everyone's different, but the most common one is the adjustable button at the bottom. That's the most common one out of my collection, which I still have to unpack properly. I've been here for, I don't know, fucking almost 4 years and I haven't unpacked all my shit yet. Is the adjustable button. But yeah, this is the Cube Mini Kit. Well, let's open it. Let's open it and find a knife. It's a mouth to lung device, but you can put the tank's a mouth to lung tank. Let me see what the box is. It comes with one cube mod, one coil, one engine MTL tank, a DIY bag. I'm assuming that's all your stuff in there. A USB cable, spare glass for it. The size, this is a black. Oh, that is cute. That's a perfect cube. It's got a built-in battery. Nice little display screen. Got a built-in battery. Check atomizer. Let's put this puppy on it and let's see what happens here. It is a mouth to lung. It's just set up for mouth to lung, so I don't know what wattage this goes up to. Let's go in there. Goodbye. I need to reread the user manual. Okay, because it seems like the wattage is locked. It's locked at 30 watts. I'll have to read the user manual. But it's a nice little cube style device. I'll read up a bit more about it, and then I'll do a little review on it, maybe unboxing in the shop. I just was given one when I left the shop to have a look at. So yeah, let me rather not do it any disservice by not actually reading the books properly, and I don't have time to do that now. So I'll get back to that one. But it looks like a nice little setup. I'll do that. You can not even buy the kit by itself. I think there's actually only, it's got a 3000 mAh battery. Let me rather give it justice. Now I've got all that stuff in the dustbin. Any questions for me, guys? Any questions? Come pump me some questions there. Also, okay, just remember, watch the space. You'll see that we've teamed up with Thrifty Clouds, which is a local juice maker. He is the juice maker behind this, Tiger's Milk. He's also the juice maker behind Cider, up and coming juice maker. Let me just check some questions. I would say, hardest ask, who else here tonight only vape on mech mods? Probably 85 to 90% of the mods that I own are all mechs. I've probably got in excess of 50, 60, 70, 80, maybe even 100 freaking mechs in total. I like my mechs. Other people like Rob likes his 75C DNA chips. I think it's different strokes for different folks, but I'm just a mech person myself. Yeah, I can hide that one. The one mod I've actually left it in the car. The one mod that is it's a pod system that has just blown me away is the PAL by Archery. Yeah, the tank's stupid the way you fill it, and I agree with them. And I know they've come out with a fix for that because it leaks out the side slightly. They've come out with a fix for how to fill that PAL that tank. But that 0.6 ohm mesh coil with 6 milligram nicotine juice in it, and you're in seventh heaven. Nice restrictive direct lung hit. Epic little pod device. My go-to pod device at the moment. What's on? What do you need? Okay, you get your shit there. Okay, let's check here. The classified as a stay out. Take David. Get fiber. Sorry, hold on. Craig kicked out David out. He's spamming the chat. Nah, I'm not going to kick anybody out. I'm not that type of person. Although I will tell you to fuck off when it's time to close up in the shop, which I also get bad reviews about. But yeah, that's me. Oh, Julian. Julian saying the Noisy Cricket V1 is still one of my favorite mech mods. Scary but awesome. Julian, I've got 2 of them, and I had a not too good incident with the one where my button got stuck, and I was in series. It was a series. I was in beast mode, and the button got stuck. I had to flip it. Into the bush, which then vented. That Noisy Cricket V1 button is you've got to make sure that button is perfectly clean at all given times. That's leaving a brown spot in your pants if that thing goes sideways on you. Gresham says, Chad, you like the covers I sent you? Oh, he's gone out, so I'll have to direct DM him. Just sorry, on that note with OG Leather and Chad, he is a student, so he only does it after when he's done his homework and stuff like that. Although he is keeping up with production, just bear with him if you have got stuff in the system. His studies do come first, and although I do help him, his studies are more important than making himself an odd buck. So if you are ordering, please just bear with him. He's got a 10-day turnaround time per sleeve, and he's sticking to that, and he's getting them out. So just bear with that. But I have to say thank you very much for those guys that have supported him. He's now on his, I think, 35th or 40th order. Got like 7 or 8 going out tomorrow. He's super stoked. He's making himself some pocket money, but the nice thing is he's reinvesting his money back in. He's bought himself a laser engraver to help him to do the stencils quicker and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you supporting him. I decided to try a hobby, and then he just took over the whole thing. So I'm learning from him. He's been on YouTube and he's learned from YouTube. So YouTube is an amazing tool. So yeah, thank you for those guys supporting him. Oh, sure. Try that tomorrow, Quibus. Not enough time in the day to do that. I'm trying to keep these things down to 8 minutes. I see the numbers are slowly starting to come up again, which is good. I do apologize for not doing it in the past. Unfortunately, there's a couple of reasons why I didn't do it. Not only that I was extremely busy, but I got a lot of bad, negative people from South Africa messaging saying, you know, you shouldn't be doing reviews because you own a shop. So but eventually I thought, no, fuck it, you know what I mean. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to help you people. If you believe what I say, cool. If you don't believe what I say, not a problem. But my advice is always, I try to give you the best advice possible. Yeah, I have to say that's been a big bonus. It's so hard to get knowledgeable staff in a vape shop, especially a vape shop that runs like clockwork like us. And we've gone through a couple of people that didn't last, and I'm just so thankful for the staff that I've got currently. You know, Wasim came across to us. Abra is my little mini-me. Chad helps out in the shop from time to time when there's a show, when somebody needs a break. James running our Kloof shop. E.T. running the online orders. We're running like a well-oiled machine, and that's why we're expanding. So watch the press, guys. There's more and more coming. NCV won for the win. Yeah, I still cut myself for that thing hardest, I won't lie. I will try anything once, but that NCV one, just had a bad experience with that. But not taking away from it, it was a really good device. But I run this in beast mode. I just pop it into beast mode, and it runs perfectly. It's not about promoting the shop, Julian. I can sit and I do it every day on Facebook. You know, I'm doing adverts, and I do you know, stuff like that. There was not one more than one. There was about 3 or 4 guys. I'm not going to mention names because it's not about mudslinging and stuff like that. They said that I couldn't give a unbiased opinion on something just because I own the shop and I've got to sell the item that I'm reviewing. That was the reason behind it. No, it's a totally legitimate reason. But the people don't. The people that watch me regularly, you know, the Donovan, yourself as well, Hardness, Rob, they all know I call a spade a spade. If it's cuck, I'm going to tell you it's cuck. You know, if I don't bring something on the show, or I don't give you, I would say, yeah, I'm not worth trying it, you know what I mean? But there's obviously a market for everything, and that's the reason for it, is that people said that, you know, I've got 100 fucking tanks to sell, so of course I'm going to say it's good. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, you know what I mean? I don't work like that neither. Yeah. You know, if I say it's like, even like, yeah, okay, Rob's there. Rob will buy anything, and if it's cuck, he'll throw it in the either donate it, or if it's really shit, you'll throw it into the gorge, which I have seen, or I haven't physically seen. I still need to witness that. But you know, and he will say, Craig, and I'll say, yeah, no, don't buy it. You know, like the Pal, I told him, listen, you've tried a lot of things, but the Pal, you need to try it because I think you will like it. You know what I mean? It wasn't to make money out of him, but I'll give you my honest opinion. Bought it, and he's still watching, so he can tell you if he likes it or not. You know what I mean? Is it the best thing since sliced bread? Does it beat a Dorf tank? No, it doesn't, but it serves a purpose. And that is what I try to get across to people, like this thing here, this disposable tank. You know what I mean? It serves a purpose. It's not the best flavor in the world, although it's fucking good. It's not the best. It's fucking good for a sub-ohm tank, although it's not the best in the world. Okay, because you can't compare that to a Gear or a Dorf or a whatever. But in the case of an emergency where you've got nothing else, it's the ideal thing to have in your back pocket. That's the stuff that I like to give away to, or tell people and share people. Stuff like that. I put my cock on a block. It's the best flavor and best vapor production in one as an RDA. No questions asked. Okay. You know, if you're looking for a device and you want on a cheap budget and you want something that you're not too phased about, whether it's got variable wattage, Noisy Cricket V2, can't go wrong. Cheap as hell, and it serves its purpose. On the other hand, you really want to splash out, get yourself a CLZ, spend 12, 13, 14, 15 grand, or a Solar Storm, spend 20,000 rand. You know what I mean? It's everybody's cup of tea. And that's such a beautiful thing about vaping, is that you've got people from all walks of life. You've got people from all ethnicity. You've got people from all income brackets. Everybody's different. We all should get on because we've got a common goal. But what's good for me is cut for that person, and vice versa. You know what I mean? It's such a lovely setup. I just wish people would take what I say, and you know, don't throw it back in my face because I own a shop. Yeah, okay, that's enough of politics. Fuck it. Donovan, you said besides if they walked into a shop and asked the question, would they expect you to lie? There's a lot of guys, and I'm not pointing fingers. There's a lot of vape shops out there that are only in it for the money. Okay, and the problem is that everybody gets tarnished with the same brush, so you get people on the warpath. You know, the same with this guy about the mech mod. You know what I mean? It's people want to fight, and you know, it's life is so short. You know, don't blame somebody if you don't fucking know the right answer. You know, don't even open your mouth unless you got the right answer. You know, and guys do lie. Guys, because they either been paid a backhand by this juice maker, or you know, whatever scenario, say, oh, that's the fucking best juice in sliced bread because they're always getting a backhander from the manufacturer, which doesn't happen in our shop. I can tell you that right now. I know it happens in Joburg, Durban. Not one of my staff gets paid from anybody other than me. Okay, so that doesn't matter if you've got to come in and they're gonna give you what your bank balance can afford firstly, and then the best product there that on the market in that price bracket. Enough of that. Is it possible for anyone to give an unbiased opinion? I don't. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna answer that one. Andre says some shops might be jealous because they have the shelves full of cock that doesn't sell. I can tell you now that it was not a vape shop. It was not vape shops. No vape shops are linked to this. It was totally unrelated to vape shops. We've got good working relationship with most vape shops, with probably 80% of the vape shops. Now the people who complained that weren't them. That's 100%, Johnny, 100%. Dude, that's I have to. It's quite funny to watch because I'm going to end that off because we've already had an hour. is I've got a thing, is like on Friday nights we open till 7, last Friday we open till 9, we have a little braai outside, we start with this Boerie evening, you know, we pop in. But, you know, there's this the old Richard Branson saying is that who's the most important people in your business? Is it the person who buys the stuff for you, or is the person who sells it to the person who buys it from you, being your staff? I treat my staff as they're the most important people. Customers are not always right, in my opinion. People might look at me and say, "Ooh, that's quite a hard thing to say, an open thing." Customers are not always right, and I will never let a customer walk all over any of my, including me, if I know for a fact they're wrong. Sometimes we just give in because it's not worth the politics that we have to go to. But if a customer's fucked up their mod, they fucked up their mod. There's nothing I'm going to do to change it. If you don't, if you say you know what you're talking about and you actually don't, and you get caught out, it's not my fault. Okay. So what I'm saying that is that it's a funny thing. What happens in the shop is that on Friday nights we lock up late, and my staff, they also need to go home. So if you rock up at 5 to 7, you've got to be out by 7. And at 6:45 I say 15 minutes until I'm closing. 10 minutes, say 10 minutes until I'm closing, at 5 minutes, and then at 7 o'clock I actually literally shout, "It's time for all of you to fuck off now." And all the regulars have got to know that, but not everybody takes it the way what's them. And sometimes we've had some customers in that first time customers, and you know, I get a bad review because I told everybody to fuck off. But yeah, I take that with a pinch of salt, because people, the regular customers, know that's the way I am, that's the way I talk. But yeah, anyway guys, that guy who won the prize, I can't remember what his name is, will PM me. I'll arrange for that to get it out to you. Yeah, cool beans, man. Thanks guys for watching. Let me just check quickly if there's another question. What you vaping on, Craig? Okay, I'll tell you that quickly. In my Hellfire I've got VCT. In my CLZ Squonker I've got Exclamation. On that little tank that's in there I've got Tiger's Milk. In that I'm trying out this Johnny Cream Puff Strawberry. Very nice juice, international juice, really tasty. Not your cup of tea, Rob, so don't buy it. And then I've got Semicolon in there. So those are the 5 devices I'm vaping on currently. Yeah, that it suits everybody. If you are a VCT lover, just remember we now have got VCT in stock again. I've got a shitload of bottles, so we're not going to run out anytime soon, and I'm definitely not going to run out anytime soon. So I might be putting a couple of drops in my coffee before I go to bed. So thanks for watching, guys. We're going to keep on doing the shows every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. I'll slowly start more introducing things. If anybody wants to come on the show and just chat with me, you're more than welcome. I'm going to set up a new little system next week. We can maybe even get Dreschen or one of the UK guys, or Uncle Rob again. We can get him on the show. We can have a little bit of banter. You just tell me what you want to see. I'm going to bring what we've got, but it's more about asking questions. Something, you know, I'm a mountain of knowledge. If I don't know the answer, somebody will have the answer for you. You know, I don't know everything, but I do have a lot of information in my brain, and I'm prepared to give that out. Also, oh shit, events, don't forget this Friday night, if you are in Durban, I'm doing a DIY masterclass for intermediate to advanced mixers at the shop. If you're a newbie, pull in. Okay, I'm not gonna televise or stream this one. I just want to see how it goes, but I am going to talk to Naeem and a couple of other juice makers and see if we can do a DIY masterclass online, so the whole country can get the benefit of it. But I'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's it. If you're in Durban, Boerie evening, last Friday of every month. Yeah, cheers guys, have a lekker one. Spot you around next Saturday. Cool beans. Night guys.